Hello and welcome back. So today's a little bit different. I decided to film a makeup video. I thought I would kind of incorporate that here on my channel. So today I filmed this look. I think this look is very appropriate for this time of year. It's wedding season, graduation, proms, things like that. And I think this is like a very soft but glam look, neutral tones too, so it could pretty much go with anything that you're wearing. But I had a lot of fun creating this look, and if you guys want to see how I got it, then just keep watching. All right, so I look a little crazy right now because I just got my eyebrows done and my eye complexion. So I'm gonna keep going and do my eyeshadow. I'm going for something that's more like soft but still like glam. So I have already put concealer as well as eyeshadow primer on my lid to just kind of prep beforehand. Now I'm going to use like a light colored matte shadow, translucent powder, just to kind of set everything in place. Now I'm going in with my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. It's volume 1. It's very dirty, so I don't even really want to show it. I've had it for a very long time, but I would still say it's like one of my most used palettes. I love it. A lot of good neutrals too. I also have this guy to dive into. I Love You a Latte by e.l.f. Again, some really great neutrals for like a soft kind of smoky look. I'm just gonna go in with these two shades from the Morphe palette and just kind of start to work those into the crease of my eye, giving myself a little bit more dimension and definition. The e.l.f. palette and go in with this guy here. Same kind of area, just building up the color. Now I'm just gonna go in with a big fluffy brush and just kind of buff over everything that I just did, just kind of softening the edges of everything. Go in with this shade. As you can see, I like it. And just go a little bit lower and more on the outer portion of my eye, and again, just kind of layering up that intensity. I'm gonna pick up the same fluffy brush and just kind of go over everything again. I'm gonna pick up that e.l.f. palette again and mix these two and focus them again on the outer portion of my eye, just deepening up that color a little bit. I'm actually gonna go in with like a more dense like smudge brush for this. So this is gonna pack on a little bit more pigment too. Pick up my clean blending brush again. Okay, I'm gonna pick up that same little smudge brush and just go in with a deeper brown and really close to the lash line there. actually gonna pick up this brush again, the one that we used initially for like putting on the color, and kind of blend that out. Now I'm going to take a teeny tiny little brush and pick up a black eyeshadow. This is just from the Glam Hill palette, and start to push this into my lashes. I'm going to say on like the outer half of my eye. And I'm picking up this smudge brush again, whatever leftover product is on it, and I'm just kind of like flicking that black up into that brown that we have on the outer portion. I might even pick up a little bit more of that brown and just kind of blend them together. Blending brush again. So now I'm going to do the color on the inner halves of my lids. I haven't really touched that with any product quite yet. And the idea is to create depth on the outer portion of the eye, but make the inner portion of the eye nice and light and bright. So I'm gonna go in with these light 2 in the Glam Hill palette, just like a little flat brush, and kind of pack them on there. Now I'm going to take the fluffy brush, no additional product, just whatever is left on it, and kind of blend where those two shades meet in the middle of my eye. So I'm just going to take that same black from the Glam Hill palette on just like a little angled liner brush, and just kind of stamp that on my lash line. Okay, do you see how that just gives like a little bit more depth and definition to the top lashes there? Next step I'm going to do is I'm actually going to apply fake lashes. You don't need to. I just don't have very long eyelashes, and I think especially with a look like this, and if photos are being taken, lashes add a lot. Okay, so lashes are popped on. Obviously that changes a lot. I feel like it just adds so much like drama to a look. And these are like a $5 lash. Like it doesn't need to be anything like crazy, and they're still so light and really comfortable to wear. But it changes the look a lot. And I think especially in pictures, like from far away, they still like give attention to your eyes, you know what I mean? So, moral of the story, lashes are worth it. At this point, you can also go back over, if you chose to do lashes, go back over the lash band just to kind of conceal any like glue, things like that, and make it look really seamless. So I'm just gonna go in with the same black, same little brush, and just kind of stamp over top of that. So like I said, I already have my complexion on, just my foundation. I used the Dior Backstage foundation. It's in like a little squeeze tube. Really pretty, natural look. More like glowy. If you had like an oilier skin type, I would choose something a little bit more matte, maybe just to kind of hold up throughout the day. But okay, so now I'm gonna go in and add some color back to my face because it's looking a little one-dimensional. I have been loving this product lately. I would say like this is one of my favorite products that I'm using. These are the Rare Beauty blushes. This is in the shade Hope. This one is so I'm just gonna go in, I like blush, just a little disclaimer, with a couple of dots. I know this looks crazy now, but it'll all work out, I promise. Now I'm gonna go in, this is just like a foundation brush just to kind of blend it out, and then I go back in with my beauty sponge. So good. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with concealer. I'm going to go in with the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Concealer. They don't make this anymore. It's a shame because it's amazing. And then I'm gonna mix it with a little tiny bit of Tarte Shape Tape, just like a kiss. Okay, now I'm gonna go in and start to set everything. Yes, I like a glowy complexion, but this will not last if I don't set it. So I'm going to set my under eyes first and my T-zone with just like a matte translucent powder. The one that I'm using is the Sephora Collection translucent powder. To set the rest of my face, I'm actually going in with the Laura Mercier like glowy translucent powder. This one's in Celestial Light, and just with like a big fluffy brush. Now I need to start adding color back into my skin because as you can see my face is a little light for my body. I just self tan. So I'm going to bronze quite a bit. So I'm gonna start off with a Tarte bronzer and just kind of work it in like a 3. That's a good way to remember. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit of contour to my face as well. Now I'm going to go in, this is an extra step, you definitely don't need to because we already added the liquid. Like I said, I really like blush. So I'm gonna mix two. One from this little Hourglass Holiday palette, and this is a Buxom blush. I'm just gonna mix these two guys. Now I'm going to go in with a highlight, and I'm actually going to mix the two, like this one and this one from this Hourglass palette. One is technically considered like a highlight, and then this one's more of like a finishing powder. But I'm kind of going to sweep it like all over the cheek. Now I'm going to add a little bit more depth to my lower lash line. I'm not going to bring it all the way in, but just to kind of like tie everything together, I do want to add a little bit of like something down there. Yeah, so I'm going to go in with that e.l.f. palette, and I think I'm going to mix these two middle shades on this like little smudge brush and just smudge them on like the outer half of my lower lash line here. Go in with the dark brown from the shade and just like a teeny tiny little brush and get that as close to my like waterline as possible, and again just on like the outer half. Now I'm just going to go in with like a little bit of mascara just on my lower lash line, again balance everything out. Lips, I usually just do something pretty simple. I usually just do like a liner and a gloss. That's probably what I'll do today. I'm gonna go in with something like soft and neutral. Go in with the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Anywhere Caffeine, and then just line my lips. I do overline them. So yeah. I'm gonna go in with one of the Sephora Collection plumping glosses. I think for like an occasion, like a special occasion, you might want to do something that lasts a little bit longer. Like you could do like a liquid lipstick, so you wouldn't have to like touch up as much. You wouldn't have to worry about it like transferring quite as much. But this is kind of the lip combo that I like to do. Okay, this next step you definitely don't need to do. I love to do it. I cannot do my makeup without doing it. It's just to take, this is the Smashbox primer oil. This is like the old one. Take a couple drops on the back of my hand, take my beauty sponge, and just kind of like press over my cheek area. It just makes things look so natural and so juicy and glowy, and your skin is like plump and hydrated, and I love it. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I cannot not do it now. This is the finished look. I feel like this is just like a perfect special occasion look. Like it's glam without being too much. I honestly think this would go with like anything you're wearing, which is nice too. I think you could do this for like graduation, for proms, for like bridal, for even like bridesmaids too. And I know it's that time of year, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun filming this. I don't feel like I do my makeup like this a lot anymore, but it was fun. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys soon.